This video is going to cover the topic of inequalities. Be sure the date and topic are at the top of your page. The essential question for this video is, what is an inequality and how do we represent it on a number line? We've been working with negatives, and we're going to take one more look at negatives and think about one more way to talk about negatives by talking about inequalities. So first off, what is an inequality? An inequality is kind of like a number sentence. In it, it compares two quantities, two values, that are not equal, right? So there's no equal sign in here. In fact, to write inequality, we need 4 symbols. We're going to make a quick chart in our journals that shows these 4 symbols and what they represent. Please make a 4-column table in your notes with the following titles: symbol, meaning, graph, and example. We're going to go through these pretty quickly, but you want to have a reference of it in your journal so that we can go back at it and look at it more carefully in class. Our first symbol means is less than. We graph it using an open circle and an arrow that goes to the left. An example would be the variable x stands for a number that is less than 3. For example, 1 or negative 100 would be less than 3. Our next symbol is less than or equal to. You might hear this in a story problem or in real life context as at most. We graph this similar to less than. It has an arrow going to the left, but this time it has a dot that is filled in rather than an open circle. An example here might be x is less than or equal to 2. Maybe x represents the number -5, which is less than 2, or maybe it represents exactly 2 and it is equal to 2. Our next symbol represents is greater than. On a number line, we graph this with an open circle and an arrow going to the right. We might have a variable x, and it's represented by numbers greater than 7. So 10 or 54, right, is greater than 7. The last symbol is greater than or equal to. And again, we might see this in problems or in day-to-day life being represented with the phrase at least. Here we have a filled-in dot and an arrow going to the right that we would represent this with on a number line or graph. And we can write this as an example of an equation, or an inequality. X is greater than or equal to 10. Maybe x is exactly 10, but maybe it is 21 or 19, something greater than 10. So this chart is going to be a good reference for us when we start working with our inequalities. But let me give you some context to show you why we might be seeing inequalities. If I say that the temperature was higher than -5 degrees yesterday, that's actually an inequality, and I can represent that mathematically as an inequality. The temperature is greater than -5. So I could say the temperature was greater than -5. That's me showing this as an inequality. I can also graph this on a number line. So I might not know the exact temperature, but I know that it wasn't -5, so I'm going to go ahead and make that an open circle on my graph. I also know that the temperature was anything that is bigger than -5. So I'm going to go ahead and put a line to represent that it could be any number more than -5, and I'm going to put an arrow at the end to show that it could keep going. Because it really could, right? This could be anything that's bigger than -5. It could be 120 degrees. Probably unlikely, but that is something that would fit in this inequality. Another inequality we might see in daily life is someone saying that the pizza will be delivered in 30 minutes or less. The pizza here will either get to our house in 30 minutes exactly or under. I can write that as an inequality. Here I'm going to use P for pizza. The pizza will be here in less than 30 minutes, right? But it might also be here exactly at 30 minutes. So I'm going to make this a less than or equal to symbol. so that P is less than or equal to the 30 minutes. I can also graph this on a number line. On this one, I'm going to actually fill in the dot on 30 because it could be here at exactly 30 minutes. So by shading that in, I show that 30 could be a possible number of minutes or a possible answer to my inequality. However, it could also be here before that, any time before that. So I'm going to make an arrow going to the left to show that all these numbers that are less than 30 are possible as well, right? And you might be noticing on this that I don't have my graph, actually, my number line starting at 0. And in an inequality, that's okay, right? I'm actually just going to start and make my graph represent values that make sense for the situation. So as you can see, there are lots of times that we use inequalities, even if we haven't thought about it in that way before. For your turn, I'd like you to look at this inequality. The statement says, I want to spend at least 20 minutes outside each day. Go ahead and write how you would record this with the letter M standing for minutes. So think about which symbol you would use and how you would complete that inequality. And then go ahead and plot it on the number line. Graph the inequality on the number line as you see I've set up here for you. And of course, the essential question was, what is an inequality and how do we represent it on a number line? So this will be a chance for you to practice that briefly, and we will practice it more together in class. Be sure to bring any questions you might have to discuss.